Hi there, Libra. This is Carrie at wooingnature.life, and welcome to February and to the channel for your February reading. Today, I am going to be talking about relationships. We're going to look at the people that you are relating to, and I will be doing that through the Spirit Animal Oracle. And I will also be looking at how you are relating to everybody yourself through Carolyn Myss's Archetype cards. And then for the tarot portion of your video, I will be reading from the Tarot of 1001 Nights. And that will give us our detail, and we'll get a little deeper into your relationships and how that's going. So I'm opening it up. When we talk about love, we're actually talking about love in all its forms. So whichever way it comes to you or towards you, or whichever way it shows up for you, then we're going to be accepting of that and accepting of Spirit's concept of how you need to relate, or how you need to be relating to the people around you. So I'm going to go ahead and get started today. This is looking at the spirits of the people around you through the animals, and using the animal cards to determine who those people are. And so I will be choosing 3 cards to look at. So 3 different energies, 3 different spirit types, 3 different personality types, 3 different groups of people that are bringing specific energies towards you, Libra, in the month of February. All right, so we're starting out with the groundhog spirit. The groundhog spirits are those people who keep you grounded. These are animals that burrow and forage close to the ground. They are very industrious little animals themselves. Whenever you get an animal that comes up, I always ask that you go and look this animal up, learn about its habitat, its ways, its behaviors, because as you're reading that, it's going to start to resonate with you. The groundhog spirit comes in with the number 31 that breaks down to a 4. So this is about foundations, establishing new foundations for yourself. And there's no better people to have around you if you're trying to build any kind of foundation or reestablish a foundation than having the groundhog spirit around you. You have those followed by the turtle spirit. So Libra, there's a lot of grounding that's happening for you in the month of February. The people that are around you are grounding you in a lot of ways. And so I'm seeing these as both being earth sign people, or earth spirited people, or people who can bring pragmatic view to what you are proposing or what you are experiencing. These may be people who can help you break down some things that have been going through your mind, and they may be able to put that in some practical, give you some very practical advice around that. The turtle spirit people come in with the number 8, which is, or 62, which breaks down to an 8. And that number 8 is about manifestation. Now, this is not something that we necessarily associate with turtle, because we usually think of 8 and manifestation as being something very fast. But what you're learning from these people is that the things that you're creating, that the thing that you're creating the foundation for, it is a slow process. It is something that you have to think long and hard about before you move forward, because whatever it is that you decide that you're going to commit to in the coming months is something that can probably have some long-reaching effect. And then you have the starfish people. Now, I've been getting this with some other readings as well, so I associate this with star seeds, star children, those people who are connected to the star nations in some way, those people who have already connected to their star nation ancestry, so to speak, because we talk about our cultural ancestry and the ancestry between our grandparents and great-grandparents, those people who have passed on. But there's also a spiritual legacy that's connected at a different level. And when we went through our ascension process, it was about being able to connect at that level. So starfish people are connected spiritually to us. We'll feel a spiritual connection to these people, but then also these people have a regenerative or a restorative effect on your personality or on your life experience. If you are just coming out of a time of healing, or processing a certain level of healing, these starfish, star seed, or star children can also add to that by helping you to restore or regenerate energies that you may have lost, or that you may have felt depleted from in your evolution or in your ascension. Okay, because when we go through ascension, we're raising our energy vibration up. There are lower level energy vibrations that we've been accustomed to dealing with or living by, that have to be released. And when those energies have to be released, there is a mourning process that goes with that. There is a releasing and a letting go process that accompanies that, that can also have some emotional effects. So if you're feeling weepy, or if you're all of a sudden kind of moody, or you just feel like you need to cry or something like that, that may be the reason why. But it is letting go and releasing old energy so that you can make room for new. And the starfish people are also there to help you with that too. So they really have a healing effect, but at a visceral level is what I'm going to say. All right, so we're moving right along into the Archetype cards by Carolyn Myss. This is where I'm going to look at how you're relating to the people. So as we look at your turtle clan and your groundhog people and your starfish people, we're looking at how you are relating to them. So in the light attribute, you are coming with the Avenger energy, and the Avenger is there just to protect, to save, to as it says here, balance the scales of justice. So if there is any sense of fairness or injustices that you may be focusing on, either as a group or individually with these folks, then that's sort of the way that they see you, or the way that they relate to you. So they're relating to you on the level that you are there to bring justice to a situation, bring fairness, be a voice of reason or a voice of fairness and justice, which makes total sense because you're a Libra. It makes sense that you are there to keep things balanced. Okay. And then it also talks about righteousness on behalf of society and oneself. So for some of you, you all are doing this on a larger scale, meaning that you are applying your scales to something that may be affecting society, or it could also be something that's affecting yourself or your family as well. And then on the other side, we've got a shadow queen. Now with these cards, there's a light and a shadow attribute. I usually like to read both of them, especially if things come in the shadow. But if it comes in reverse, then I read the shadow. If it comes in upright, then I read the light. So this one came in reverse. It's a shadow queen, which says that that Libra, you have to be mindful of becoming arrogant when your authority is being challenged, or you have to be mindful of being controlling and or demanding. Okay. So amongst the souls that you are connecting to, it's just this is the power that you operate with, and people expect that and they want that, and that's actually a good place for you to be, to bring balance, to bring a sense of harmony, or to be able to see two sides and bridge them in some way, Libra. It's the perfect place for you. You just have to be mindful about being controlling in that environment, and kind of operating from a, if I'm doing this wonderful thing of balancing you out and taking care of you and making sure that, things are okay, then I should be able to just, say what I want, do what I want, get what I want. And that's where you go into an arrogant phase, and you don't want to do that. So watch your demanding nature, watch your controlling nature. Remember that you are there to hear and to listen. and to balance based on what these individuals need or want, or what they may be asking from you as their partner, as somebody who they perceive as being someone to bring balance to the situation. So they may be asking you actually to step into this role. And as the light attribute, your queenly ways radiate regal, radiate the feminine, and there's a benevolent authority and a willingness to protect others, or to, again, protect them on behalf of society. So this will tell you where to apply those two aspects of yourself, because wherever there is a shadow, there is always light behind it, or light somewhere, and you wouldn't have the shadow without the light, to be honest with you. Okay, you just wouldn't. So you have to look for the light, Carol Ann. All right, you got to look for the light. And owning that that queenly nature in its best light. I think that's what I would like to say about that. All right, so we are moving right on into the tarot section of this reading. Moving right along at a fairly rapid clip. So this is the Tarot of 1001 Nights. I like to go to these for love readings. So see what's going on in your love life, in your love sphere, in your love space, Libra, for the month of February. What's going on in Libra's love space in the month of February? Libra. Libra love world. Oh my. I've got everything falling out at once. I know that's not the key. We're back. All right. One more. A lot of shuffling today. All right, let's see what's going on, Libra. What's going on with Libra in the month of February as far as love is concerned? Love and relating and relationships are concerned. All right, so there's the Queen of Chalices. So you're not shy on love. You are understanding your compassionate side, your generous nature is being activated at this time. Most of that is channeled towards yourself or channeled towards your space. So you are protecting your space, or not protecting your space, but adorning your space, loving your space. Some of you might be redecorating, moving things around, shifting things around for yourself. Some of you are getting past some difficulty or a challenge of some sort that you are getting over, and that's why you're changing things in your space and putting things in a different way. Okay, because sometimes when we can change our furniture around and change our home life or our home environment around, it can change your mood. Okay, especially when it's old stuff that needs to be discarded and gotten rid of. So here we have the King of Chalices in reverse. So I'm seeing this as being the breakup. This is the relationship part where the masculine in this particular relationship, whoever is operating or taking care of that aspect of it, was not able to actually take care of it. They weren't able to give you what it was that you needed in the relationship because they weren't able to express this aspect of their heart space. Okay, it's not that they didn't have it, it's just that they didn't know how to express it, and so therefore the relationship didn't pan out. The relationship didn't work out with this Ten of Chalices. Your dream of the relationship or your imagination around the relationship just didn't work out. Okay. And it's really because whoever the masculine is in the relationship wasn't able to give that, okay? So the message is to kind of go back to the drawing board, to study yourself, to study the relationship, to study the trajectory of it. Where did it start? Where did things begin to go sour? When did the person check out? When did you check out, or what have you? But it's time to go back and study it, so that you will know where things got off, or where you got off more specifically, because you're not in charge of knowing where the other person got off. You're just in charge of knowing when it happened, so that you would know how to move and how to make good decisions for yourself. Okay? So right now you're taking yourself away from the I'm feeling like the relationship has become transactional, because this is a marketplace scene, and it's in reverse, and it's in the 7, and it seems like to me that the relationship has become extremely transactional, meaning that, you know, you do this and I do this, and then I'll do this and then you do this, and it's the feeling of it has waned or something. But again, this is for you to go back and look at and study, so that you will understand. There's something that frightens you or scares you about moving forward. It's something that you're not sure about. You're not really sure about whether or not this person is, excuse me, either being entertained somewhere else, or whether this person is finding their joy somewhere else. And that's the fear, that's the worryation that you have going on right now. You're worried about that. You're worried about that. Or concerned about that. This is what you want. You want the togetherness. You want the relating. You want to be able to have time alone. You want to be able to let your ideas soar together. That's ultimately what you're looking at, or what you desire in this situation. But it would require that person, the other person, to see. It will require that other person to discover that those other aspects of the self, or to be willing to discover the other aspects of the self, instead of just trying to go it alone, or whatever it is that they plan on doing. Okay. We have the 10 of Wands coming in with the 5 of Wands here. The 10 of Wands usually represents burden, something that's overwhelming that you can't handle all by yourself. The 5 represents also some level of conflict in the relationship, because we're talking about 5s. 5 usually represent either change, or they represent conflict. And I feel like the conflict had something to do with, I don't know, you either outdoing them or showing them up in some kind of way. Maybe you are a little bit... maybe you jumped ahead of them is in terms of your development, or maybe you're getting the spotlight, or maybe you're getting, you know, the attention in the relationship, and they feel like they are not getting that attention in the relationship. With it being a King of Chalices, this person's feelings are involved here. This is an emotional feeling, something that they felt that they may not even be saying, especially since it's in reverse. So they may not be communicating that to you, but it's like, you know, the conflict has to do with where the attention is being given, and the fact that the other person feels like the attention is not on them. So there is a King of Pentacles also in reverse coming in with the Wheel. This could be another individual coming into your life. It is another male person, but I will say that this person also is not operating with their full faculties, because not with their full faculties like there's something wrong with them mentally. It could be somebody that, you know, that could be the case. But what I'm saying is, you got a King of Swords who is supposed to be about intelligence and thinking clearly, and also being a decision maker and a good judge of character, and somebody that you can count on to help clarify your vision and that kind of thing. But they're coming in reverse with the Wheel, which to me means that this could represent change for you, but I'm not sure if it's going to be that much of a change. Instead of you having a King in reverse who's not sharing their feelings, you're going to have a King of Pentacles. Is this King of Pentacles? This could be a King of yeah, this is a King of Pentacles, not a King of Swords. This is a King of Pentacles here who may not be able to support you in the way that you need to be supported. So it would be a change in the nature of the relationship, because you are moving away from this type of individual. But is this any better? Is this the change that you're actually looking for? So they may be emotionally there for you, or they may be able to, give you that aspect of it. But are they also able to support you in the way that you need to be supported? There's no need in trading off one bad apple for another bad apple, is what I'm saying. So the message is to open yourself up to new horizons. You've got to look out beyond just your immediate area. You're going to have to also open your mind as to the type of partner that you need for yourself. You got to ask yourself what it is that you actually need in a relationship. And you have to be honest about that, because if you're not being honest about it, then what's going to happen is you're going to end up with somebody else that you're not happy with. You have to be honest about what it is that you want. And it's not like being so particular and demanding, but it is about just yeah, this is what I need in the relationship. And you know what that is. So that may be why you haven't been feeling victorious, or why you haven't been feeling empowered in the relationship, or why you feel like you're not able to progress. Yes, you're not able to progress because it's not a fluid movement between you and the other person, because you're operating as a queen of, you're operating as an upright queen of chalices. You're operating in that love space, and the other people aren't there with you. They're not equally yoked, or they're not operating in their own full power. It's not that they have to be a chalices like you, but they do have to be operating in the upright so that those energies can mesh properly. And it's no need in there's no need in pushing yourself into another relationship that is where the person is not ready, or the person isn't able to truly express themselves. And I've been getting a lot of that with these relationship readings, is that people are not, it's not that the energy isn't there. They got the king energy, or they got the queen energy, they got powerful energy operating around them, but they don't know how to use it. Or either they're not communicating it to you. And there's nothing you can really do about that other than to ask them to do it and hope that they know what you mean. So be it. All right. So in order for you to deal with this low level unhappiness, you really are going to have to start honoring the best aspects of yourself. You're going to have to honor that love space that exists inside of you, that you are operating with. And you also have to let other people who are also in that same mindset support you in your continued journey in that way. I think that you will eventually find the person that you need to really connect with, but I don't think it's going to be until you truly learn how to respect that part of yourself. I think that's what is going to end up happening. You got to respect that part of yourself, and I do mean respect it. It's one thing to know something about yourself, know yourself. You got to know yourself. That's the beginning of all things. Understand yourself, accept yourself, and then respect yourself. Respect who you are. And by respect, that means that you honor those things that are important to you, that are meaningful to you in a relationship. If it's affection and that's what you want, if you want to be cuddled, then damn it, you want to be cuddled. If you want somebody to rub your feet at least twice a month, then let your partner know, I need my feet rubbed now. If you can't be on top of the feet, then why I got you? Because I need the feet rubbed in order for me to feel comfortable. In order for me to take off the load off of my day, I need a massage, and you're here. Now, if I got to go pay for a massage, then I don't need you here. Then, it might start a fight, but hey, at least you got your point across, which is really what the communication requires. A lot of times we're so busy hemming and hawing around a situation that we want that we miss the boat because we're up here trying not to be demanding. Well, it's not about demanding. It's about just saying what it is that you want and seeing if the other person is willing to give that. If they're not willing to give that, you don't have to demand it of it. You can just leave them. If it's something that's truly important to you, you can just leave them. You'll be like, you know what? I don't have to fight with you. You don't want to rub the feet. I need the feet rubbed. So That just means I can't be with you. Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, babe. I'll rub the feet. So that's all you have to do. Some things are very simple. Try to keep it as simple as possible for yourself, Libra. All right? So, if you would like to take the deeper dive, which is to look at all points of yourself, mental, spiritual, emotional, and physical, if you would like to find out how to best move forward and best start to make some shifts and changes in your life or your lifestyle, feel free to go to the website and find out what services are available to you. That's at wooingnature.life. You can email me at Kerri, Kerri, at wooingnature.life. And then, of course, if you want to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, you can do that also at wooingnature. And as always, I hope you have a great day. I hope you have a fabulous February, and I hope you're having a wonderful life.